and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now's the time to schedule your air conditioner service check with Bryant. Make sure it's ready to keep you cool and comfortable when you really need it. Call Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating, 467-1111.
Oliver, left circle, wrister, he scores! Lincoln wins the Anderson Cup. Join us at the Icebox this Friday and Saturday as the Lincoln Stars take on the Waterloo Blackhearts in games 1 and 2 of the Western Conference Finals. The Stars are on the precipice of reaching the Clark Cup final and need your help to have a true home ice advantage. The puck drops at 7:05 Friday night and 6:05 Saturday night. Lock in your seats now at LincolnStars.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email Jake at theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Make sure you tune in every Saturday from 11 to 12 for all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman. Learn how the game of youth football has grown in and around the capital city with coaches, athletic directors, and league commissioners telling you all about it. It's all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman every Saturday from 11 to noon right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes. Feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. Husker Game Day Saturday in Lincoln, Nebraska. I hope you are set up and prepared for a fantastic Saturday. Hopefully, if you're headed to Lincoln and you're headed to Memorial Stadium, you do so safely, promptly, quickly. Get there, settle in, and enjoy yourself in whatever version of Husker games it ends up being. I still am not sure what it's going to be, but that's not why folks are going or not going. They're going because it's a time to get together. It's a chance to get together for Husker Apex presentation. Nebraska athletics at its finest, showcasing its best student athletes, its programs of note, and giving Husker fans a reason to get together and be proud of themselves. And be happy that they are together for a positive reason. It's not a negative reason. It's a positive reason. And that stuff matters. So you have to build the stuff. You can be a part of what we're doing. We're live. So you can be a part of what we're doing. 402-464-5685. The Starter Heyman text line. Please hit me with a what's up. Don't just yell at me from the car. Don't, yell at me from the cloud. Say what's up. Share your thoughts and opinions, your questions, your doubts, and the things that you're proud of. Let me know if you're coming into town. Are you going to participate in the Husker games? Are you going to watch? So question 1, are you going to Memorial Stadium? 2, are you going to watch Husker soccer? 3, are you going to watch Husker volleyball? 4, are you going to Icebox to watch the Lincoln Stars tonight? So let me know of those things if you are doing those things. You can also let me know if you're sitting back with a beverage and some popcorn and watching the NFL draft. If you have been, there are several stories in play and several stories going on in forward. Of course, the Huskers make the draft board. Ty Robinson joins Cam Jurgens in Philadelphia at pick number 111, 112.
Yeah.
And, the story and the most watched NFL draft in forever, that the viewership is crazy. And if you don't understand that the Shedeur Sanders story is the story and the news, and then you haven't figured out why it's the story. And it also boggles the mind that if he can draw this sort of attention, pro or con. So pro wrestling sets you up that the idea is for you to care. Either care enough to cheer or care enough to boo. That is a success story in sports marketing. Do you care enough to boo or cheer? And I'm not pro boo. I'm not that. I never really understood it. But okay, you want to boo, you're grown, do your thing. But rooting against people who have put in work to have success is just a weird thing to me. It's a weird thing to me. But okay, I don't know who hurt you. And hurt people try to hurt people. Like if you're not satisfied with your life, if you're not satisfied with your athletic ability or the fact that you weren't born into a royal family or okay, all of that's valid and fair. But rooting against a college kid because of his name or because he made a mistake or that he's not perfect, I'm a member of the not perfect club. My humanity is not perfect. I'm not. I make mistakes. Even at my age, I make mistakes. But to have people root, there's nobody listening who I'm rooting for them to fail or to go through pain.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody listening that I'm rooting for them to have a less than wonderful day. For them not to receive blessing. If you're listening to this, I'm rooting for you, for your blessings to reach you. And for you to have a good day. That's how I work. I can't put that on everybody else. I can't want that for everybody else. But I don't understand that in a day where you're going to root for young people to have success. Cam Scatterbo is another one. Scatterbo, right? That to tell me that there are experts, and I put experts in air quotes, experts who don't understand that Cam Scatterbo is not the 100, and he's not outside of the top 100 players in college football who's eligible for the draft this year. Like, seriously, to tell me that you think that Tyler Shough is a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders?
That was certainly something. Doing Gabriel, Jalen Milroe. Oh
no, here's what?
Yeah.
What? And then so here's the thing. I have been blessed enough to have been in several war rooms, NFL war rooms on draft night. I've been in Washington. I've been in Carolinas, and you sit back and watch. Right? Sit back and watch. And it's fascinating because you forget the human element of it all. That a group of humans who may or may not be good at the thing that they're judging, right? To say that somebody in the room is a better quarterback than the people they're drafting. In most cases, that's not true. but that those humans don't take their human flaws into that room. And that you're making decisions based that are life-changing. You're affecting people's lives in your decisions. I'm just not one that on draft day I'm rooting against people being drafted or being drafted high or making money or otherwise. I don't understand it. But I also understand that there are certain programs or certain organizations that have set themselves up to constantly be in the need to fill the quarterback position with a talent, a person that matches whatever thing they're drafting for. And you would hope that you're choosing the most skilled person at the job. Job description for a quarterback in the NFL, whatever that list is, that the people who are making that list and choosing have some idea about what would make that work, right? Two of the teams that we're talking about, I just want to use them as an example, and we can go in different directions with it. But would it be fair to say that the New Orleans Saints have far too many times in their organization's career had to draft a quarterback?
No.
And here's the part that I want you to focus on. I'm going to give you the list of quarterbacks drafted by the New Orleans Saints. Yeah. Now, when you think of New Orleans Saints and quarterbacks, you think of Drew Brees. But Drew Brees wasn't drafted by the Saints.
Yeah, not a lot of people forget that, especially people my age.
And Drew Brees, remember, there were people that didn't like Drew Brees because he wasn't a tall quarterback. But hey, and not the most mobile of quarterback. But hey, put a pin in that, right? And that Drew Brees was only ending up where he ended up because they wanted another quarterback, a different quarterback. And at the same time, there's a guy who was being drafted. You're talking about Brees and Eli Manning, whose dad was an NFL expert quarterback who would have had some say-so in where his son was playing, but ended up being drafted and then traded immediately. And it happened twice. Because with Peyton, they had say-so, and they had conversations about where they wanted Peyton to go and who Peyton would play for. But it sounded different because it was Archie Manning rather than Deion Sanders. But hey, put a pin there. I'm going to go through the list. This is a list. This is a list of bad organizations who are bad at a specific thing. And the teams that need to draft quarterbacks, high-level, high-caliber quarterbacks, there are organizations that are good at it, and there are organizations that are bad at it. And if you're in today's NFL draft needing a quarterback, probably it's about you and not about the draft picks. But let me go to the Saints, okay? Fair starter. Let's start with the Saints drafting Jake Hanner of Fresno State. Any idea? Any clues? Anyone? Bueller? The Saints also selected Spencer Rattler, 5th round. Is that a pick, or is that maybe? Okay. What if I said they also drafted Book of Notre Dame? Did they evaluate that one correctly? Was that a pick? How about Garrett Gregerson of Colorado State? Does that sound like you have a firm grasp on what an NFL starting quarterback looks like? Okay, we're going to keep going. Sean Canfield of Oregon State, sitting at the top of your list of quarterbacks to draft. Hey, what about Adrian McPherson of Florida State? Does that sound like an NFL success guy? J.T. O'Sullivan out of Cal. Sound like a rock star, huh? What about Mark Bulger of West Virginia? Is that the raging NFL career superstar quarterback? Danny Werfel, Florida.
Oh, yeah, he's good. Maybe not.
Was he a good pro?
No, he's pro. I'm biased.
Not a good pro. Not a good pro. Jerry Godowski, Nebraska. Sound familiar?
I don't even remember that.
Hey, that's a Husker. Hey, here's another one. Ready for this? Mike Buck from Maine. If you made one of these draft picks as an NFL GM, your credentials should be considered. All of these, one organization, same position. Ready for this? Todd Santos of San Diego State. Woof. You really? Dave Wilson, Illinois. Mike Riker of Lehigh. Greg Kokel, Kent State. These are all the same organization. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Rusty Lachaussee of Tulane, drafted by the New Orleans Saints. Bobby Scott, Tennessee. Not a name you're familiar with, huh? You have to go all the way back. Steve Ramsey, North Texas, 5th round. Ed Hargett, Texas A&M. They have one draft pick at quarterback ever. His name was Archie Manning. But historically, organizations that are successful at drafting a certain type of player no longer have to draft a certain type of player because you get it right. The New Orleans Saints, not renowned for choosing wisely with that quarterback. Those are the numbers. Those are the names. There's another team that was going into this draft looking for quarterbacks. You know, I'm going to give you a list of names of some guys drafted by the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, yeah.
Spurgeon Wynn, Texas State. Luke McCown, Louisiana Tech. Jonathan Fry, Akron. Brady Quinn, Notre Dame. Colt McCoy, Texas. Brandon Whedon, Oklahoma State. Johnny Manziel, who you quickly flushed. Cody Kessler, USC. Deshaun Kaiser, Notre Dame. Another one that you drafted and flushed away, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, not that turned out.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, UCLA.
DDR.
Now, would you say they're good at drafting quarterbacks?
Oh no, they hit with Baker Mayfield and they were like, "Oh, you suck. It's your fault," and they kicked him out. Now it's making millions in Tampa.
It is mind blowing.
No,
It's mind blowing.
They got Dylan Gabriel though.
Mind blowing. To tell me, I had 3 NFL scouts text me last night about the Tyler over Shedeur draft pick. And they sent video of this young man. I don't have to slight the young man.
He had a bad combine, from what I know, right? So it was pretty bad combine. That's what I've heard. Or
Here's my thing.
I haven't seen it.
There's certain people who can have bad combine. And there's some people that say you should go to the combine whether you have a bad combine or not. Because if you go to the combine and have a bad combine, apparently that doesn't keep you from getting drafted. Bad combines don't keep you from getting drafted.
Yeah.
Proving that you can actually make plays during live action has less value to the NFL experts than you skipping the combine. You could take 2 years of work, 3 years of film work, 4 years of film work of successful football play under live artillery. and it has no value if somebody doesn't like you, or they think you're cocky or overconfident. But you know, on the list of traits, personality traits that most coaches want in their quarterback? Cocky. They want them confident. Because if you've ever been in a huddle at the Division I level, they will tell you that guy that leads them better be confident. They cannot have a huddle of 11 where 10 of them are doubting the 11th man. The guy who's calling the play. The guy that's going to execute the play. But for some folks, that's problematic. Oh, you're a talker. Oh, you believe in yourself. Those are bad quarterback traits. NFL quarterback traits. Woof. And it happens far too often. Where bad organizations that have a proven track record, that they do not know what they're doing when it comes to drafting certain positions. And this particular case, quarterback position, and the teams that have made bad decisions constantly make bad decisions. And you can say whatever your reason you think that somebody, if you're looking at the tape, the actual throws, there's a checklist of NFL scouts of what they were looking for in a starting quarterback in the NFL. And that if you took the top 6 quarterback candidates to be drafted, Shedeur, aside from off the field, we're talking about on the field, making throws, remove that he held the ball too long because, okay, that's this thing, that's sort of that. But when it came to accuracy, deep ball, awareness, presence, leadership in the huddle, in-game decisions, live action, that he ranked number 1 and in the elite space. And the one thing you could circle was that he held the ball too long. But every coach who coaches quarterbacks would say this certain thing. You know what I can coach him out of? Holding the ball too long. Because I can't coach him into having a big arm. I can't coach him into having moxie. I can't coach him into having situational awareness. I can't coach him into being able to lead his teammates. Now, I'm not saying that he's the best quarterback. I'm not saying he's in the top 5 quarterbacks. I tell you what, he's better than Kid Louisville. I'll say that.
Yeah, that guy's been in college for a long time. He's old too.
Well, I mean, old. You're not looking at. Okay, so you have to ask why you're drafting a quarterback. What are you drafting for? Are you drafting to win now? Or are you drafting with the idea that he's going to win eventually? Is he my best quarterback now? Would he be my best quarterback now? Or would he be the project? Can he lead us to where we need to go? And for how long? Because now what we know is that people fear having somebody who would elevate themselves and then leave. Because they're dumping resources, and then that person takes those resources and goes to be successful elsewhere. But again, that's the adult syndrome, not being accountable or responsible for being able to manage staff and personnel. Not his fault. The people who are making decisions make. If you have a history that got you into, you made enough bad decisions that you're at the top of the draft board in the NFL. Not via trade, not via swap. You played yourself into being the worst team in the NFL. Or one of the worst teams in the NFL. And to not have a quarterback on staff was better. You could go into the draft for day one. I would have taken Shedeur. Matter of fact, I would have taken any one of 3 college quarterbacks ahead of the guys who were starting on the NFL team. 9 NFL teams last year. But there's a whole list of bad quarterback play. And if you finish in the bottom of the NFL, do you have a quarterback of your future? If you drafted him, put him out there, and he didn't ball you to winning and getting you at least to the middle of the back, is that your guy? And if he is, then that year didn't matter. It didn't matter. The days of a quarterback coming in, Eli chose New York. San Diego wanted Eli. Eli didn't want to be there. Do we forget? Do we forget? I'm old enough to remember Burt Jones telling the rest of the league, I'm here all the teams I'm not going to play for. The list of quarterbacks who told teams, I'm not going to play for you. This isn't new. People act like this isn't new business in the NFL. A quarterback who says, you know what? Don't draft me. With the full understanding that it's okay. You accept responsibility for your words. You chose this shit. Okay, cool. And you'll go and then football will become either your thing or not your thing. But I think you have to look at the people who are making the decisions, why they're making the decisions. If you're in a position where you're a bad team in the NFL and you need a quarterback, why is that the case? Why is that the case? We'll get to the next slide. We'll read them all when we go back one-on-one.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket or App Store. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electrician from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that calling an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Authentic Mexican food is not always easy to find, but you can find it in Lincoln at Tacos Los Hermanos. Their birria tacos are worth the drive from anywhere in town, but their chicken, chorizo, al pastor, and asada tacos are also worth the trip. You can also try any of those meats in a burrito or quesadilla. You won't find a better taco bar in the area or better dessert options. If you can't get there, don't worry, they do deliver as well. Stop by Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Half-Life Streets in Lincoln.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquid bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start your career. Apply today at Midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer and FDIC.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boy Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from good guys that care about your operations goals, they will chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment trading and input options. Boy Farm Outfitters is equipment on farmer. Check them out at boyfarmoutfitters.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to total renovations, and they even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197. Assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Allow me to get a bit sappy. For women, jewelry isn't just a gift. It's a timeless symbol of love and appreciation. You have to get it right. No fleeting trends or gadgets will make the impact. Every time she wears it, every time she gets a compliment, you win. Trust me, guys. You'll get your money worth. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Street Carpet. I'm Steve Carpet. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. Install right away and save money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at Oak Street Carpet. 1732 Oak Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend together with their passionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes and family-friendly facilities. And tailgate tradition. Burgers, beer, and barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time, and you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets now at KansasSpeedway.com.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
On a Saturday, Husker game Saturday. Folks outside the window taking pictures. Well, there's tons of helmets. We got addition to the collection today. Morning, went to the garage sale down at Memorial Stadium at Hawk Center, and went shopping. Absolutely. On the text line, Eric says, "Bleed away." Signed JD Holtzman. Listen, behavior. We have to actually get a Boston Norman. Get it. Say that, Boston Norman. It's the thing. We forget too often that none of this, nothing that happens in sport now is new. It just has a different level of exposure.
Yeah, I feel like it grows more too.
Well, here's bags of money have existed in sports. Back alley deals, private phone calls, blackballing of certain players. The NFL as a league has a deeply rooted history of blackballing players and coaches for a variety of terrible reasons. But quarterbacks being drafted in a certain want, I could ask the text line, and I'll ask you because I know the answer. How many quarterbacks drafted in the NFL had a dad of note, of a Hall of Fame dad leading their ascension into the NFL, how many quarterbacks in the NFL were taken, have been drafted, that had a Hall of Fame dad attached at the hip?
It'd just be one other one, right? Just one.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Nobody ever told you why?
No.
You know what? Because any NFL team, and again, these are bad NFL teams that need a quarterback number one. Good teams have good quarterbacks. They've either developed them or not. But you can go through the Todd Marinoviches. You can go through who's the kid who's his dad was the Kemp family. You can go through who's the kid that, oh man, there's an executive leader. There's a handful of quarterbacks who were pulled in, and then NFL teams said, nope, not good. I don't need that headache of having a dad that knows football peeking in my back door, looking in my window. NFL execs don't like it. They don't like it. And they tell you all the things that they want at the quarterback position. You imagine being said, you don't want your quarterback to have a dad that knows football and that has had success and that could kind of lead you down a clear path. You know how backwards that is to say out loud? Oh, I don't want to draft this kid because his dad knows football and he'd hold me accountable. It happens at the college level too. How many of all the quarterbacks at Nebraska, how many second generation quarterbacks where the second generation started and became the dude? You're talking, it is, bruh, coaches hate it when a quarterback knows what's going on and has somebody else feeding them. It's lame. It's absolutely lame. It's lame. And you need to get over it. You need to get over it. It should be a wonderful Saturday for some Huskers. Of course, Ty Robinson to the Eagles. He gets to run and work up and lean up against Cam Jurgens. And you better believe that Cam Jurgens' success leads to Ty Robinson getting picked. If Cam goes and tanks, this pick is not made.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles have liked the Huskers over the past few years.
Well,
they've liked them.
Really?
Cam helped. The Eagles have, yeah.
So is that? But you're talking about Andy Reid Eagles?
No. I'm talking about like recent Eagles because like they've grabbed a few of them. I think the biggest abundance of them over the past couple of years has been on the Eagles.
There's no abundance. First of all, there's no abundance, and there's no high picks.
They've had not high picks. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about Huskers.
Who?
Jack Stoll
didn't make it.
Just saying. Oh, Sean Mathis won a Super Bowl this past year.
Not the Eagles.
Yeah, with the Eagles.
He was with the Rams.
No, he was with he
see, you're making my point.
I'm saying they like us.
You're making my point. The people in positions of power, you draft to your personality and your style.
Mm.
And if you're constantly picking Nebraska players, especially in the last 6 years, you've been looking. You had to look for some stuff. Because the production at Nebraska hasn't been NFL worthy. If you said Tampa?
No, Tampa too, for sure.
But we can name three in the last 8 years.
Successful.
Yeah.
If that's the category, then yeah.
Success leads to copying success.
Okay.
And if I draft somebody from the UNL journalism school and they don't know what they're doing when they get here, the next time the journalism school has a player available, do you think I'm going to look? You think I'm going to trust them? I trust them if somebody came in and put in work from that same space. The draft is about trust and projection. The easiest way to draft is to say that you're drafting for production and then drafting based on production. If you tell me that you're managing based on personality style, then it has nothing to do with production. Playing football. Shelby, you can tell me you got a big heart, but football doesn't have a way to measure heart. In the 5-star system, where does heart fit in? Where does football IQ? What is practice ethic? What star is that exactly? So you're giving credit and you're building resume on stuff other than production. So then tell me, if you're drafting in the NFL, are you drafting for production? Are you drafting for image? Are you drafting for comfort? Do you want the coaches comfortable in who they believe in? Or can you trust the production? Tom Brady had a whole college career. He 199. Every GM in that year should have had to been reevaluated on the spot. To tell me that there were 198 better, more productive, effective football players in America available ahead of Tom Brady. That's a whole lot of we got it wrong. We can go through the list, a long laundry list of terrible quarterback draft picks in the NFL. First round, terrible picks. We can go through the list of all the quarterbacks of note who were great NFL quarterbacks who were pushed down in the draft. The whole list. On any given year, there are 20 teams who pass on players who could help them win Super Bowls. Every year. And the teams at the bottom of the first round are teams who are successful in how they pick and manipulate production. And none of them are taking, by rule, the Chiefs should not be able to have any of the top 30 players eligible for the draft in any of the last 8 years. And somehow they keep adding because they know what they're looking for. And it makes sense. It adds up. The Eagles have figured it out. It adds up. 49ers, they draft pretty well. Adds up. They got a quarterback that led that team to the Super Bowl who nobody else wanted. Bad decision makers make bad decisions. This is the whole point of this thing. The draft is about a group of 500 college football players who thought they had put enough resume and production in play to be considered for an NFL job. The top 10% of those get paid extremely well for doing so. Because nobody drafted this weekend, nobody drafted so far, has done anything in the NFL. They have zero production. They've never done anything on the NFL level. So you're projecting. And you're projecting based on either the personality, the culture in which they came from, the production on the field, the work that they put in over the 4 years to tell you whether they advanced, right? Because if you started as a freshman and then you advanced yourself and you changed your body and you got faster, stronger, better over the 3 years that you were there, then the NFL can then project that as a rookie taken in, that 3 years from now you will advance that much more because you have the work ethic to do so. Then you forget the part that the people who are drafting, they're humans too. And humans are flawed. Who do I want to work with? Who do I want to play with? Who do I want to go golfing with for the next 3 years? Who do I want to have dinner with? Who do I want to be on the plane with? Who do I want to be in the locker room with? Who do I want sitting across from me at my office? Who do I want to go through the torturous hell that is NFL training camp with? right? Because I don't want to invest money on this in this kid and that can get a training camp and not put in work. The draft is a projection. Right or wrong, get it right, wonderful. My hope is that Husker football has advanced enough that others will get the opportunity. Ty Robinson's one of one. There ain't a whole lot of dudes walk around and look like Ty Robinson. There just aren't. If you look at the positions we're talking about, defensive back, how many guys move like Tommy Hill? Does he project as an NFL player? And the projection could be special teams. It doesn't have to be a corner. It could be special teams. Can they play there? Would you put Ty Robinson in starting defensive tackle in the Super Bowl?
Like the very next one.
The very next Super Bowl?
No.
Projections. If you need a tight end in the NFL, is Thomas Fidone the guy that you call? No. But some, based on other things, am I willing to work with this kid? There's some folks that are.
Mm-hmm.
Nash Hutmaker. Can you see him starting in the NFL next year?
No.
You'd be surprised if he was.
I'd be shocked.
Right?
Anybody can.
But what if he was?
Yeah, anybody can do it.
What if he got the right system? The right coaching staff?
Then yeah.
That's what this is. There are no absolutes in this. There are no absolutes in the draft. That phrase, you can't miss. How many times has that been wrong? The number one player in the draft at any position should be the best available player at that position for the NFL and for the team that needs it. It's going to be a long day, long weekend, and there'll be some free agents that come along in the way too. Huskers will have an interesting day. Hopefully, there'll be good news coming shortly. We'll come back and get you all set up for Husker Game Saturday here on the Ticket.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't have to cross your fingers when digging into the ground this spring. Start every project with a call to Nebraska 811 so utilities like LES can mark their very lines and you can avoid injury and power outages.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a San local company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Get ready for the largest dirt model event in Nebraska, racing fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is headed to Eagle Racing High Bank Heights on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on Thursday to Friday and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heights, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway is 10 miles east Lincoln on Oak.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, one week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LinkedInTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and install quickly and professionally. Visit OakStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions, help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor at just days, less than you pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. 1732 Oak Street, family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Oliver, left circle, wrister, he scores! Lincoln wins the Anderson Cup. Join us at the Icebox this Friday and Saturday as the Lincoln Stars take on the Waterloo Blackhearts in games 1 and 2 of the Western Conference Finals. The Stars are on the precipice of reaching the Clark Cup final and need your help to have a true home ice advantage. The puck drops at 7:05 Friday night and 6:05 Saturday night. Lock in your seats now at LincolnStars.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Make sure you tune in every Saturday from 11 to 12 for all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman. Learn how the game of youth football has grown in and around the capital city with coaches, athletic directors, and league commissioners telling you all about it. It's all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman every Saturday from 11 to noon right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
I tried to hide my cigarette smoking. Then I was rushed into emergency surgery to repair the damage smoking did to my heart. It shocked everyone because they thought I was healthy. Yet because I smoked, I had a severe heart condition that nearly killed me. My tip is, you may be able to hide your smoking from the world, but you can't hide from the damage smoking does to your body.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Jimmy V, appreciate you. Sends the link on the text line. It says Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders now shares NFL draft history with Nebraska great Tom Novak. Jersey retirement followed by a wait in the NFL draft. Huskers have been there before. Kind of how it works. We could have talked about the greatest quarterback in Husker history. Tommy Frazier. If you're talking about leadership and you're talking about player engagement and locker room and all those things, you could talk about, well, geez, Tommy Frazier should have been one of the NFL greats. But that's not how it works. It's not how it works. Tommy's touchdown to interception ratio was pretty good. But the things that are required in the NFL and the people who were making decisions in that time frame would have if you had put them side by side, I would guarantee you that more people would have drafted Brooke Behringer ahead of Tommy Frazier. It's a weird damn thing. It is not a simple science. It's not. It's a coach. I've looked at star quarterbacks that I was supposed to coach against, and I would rather have played against them than with the guy that was playing quarterback for me, who was less talented, because they had holes in their person, holes in their game. But there are also dudes who had less talent who were tougher for me to scheme against because they were really exceptional at doing the things that they did well. That's the NFL draft is a crapshoot between the type of management and the type of leadership and who they want in those places. If you tell me that, okay, that young Richardson at the Colts, has he done anything to deserve not being competed against at that quarterback position? And would you not pay attention to, if I plugged in Shador into that offense and to see how this thing plays out, and that I wouldn't get, do I think I could get better results than what they've gotten in the past 2 years? Would I consider him over Jacoby Brissett? Would I? There are quarterbacks in this league that aren't good quarterbacks. They're not good quarterbacks, and that's okay. But the reality is the draft is opportunity. And if you've had some collegiate production and collegiate success, then, yeah, your opportunity is coming. And it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Tommy Hill, you saw him against some talent. And you saw how he tested in some cases and how people look at him. Thomas Fidone is a specimen. But does the specimen produce? Does the production match all the traits? And there are coaches who believe Fidone has everything that I can't coach. And if I think I'm a quality coach and you give me all of those boxes checked, I have to do less better with Fidone than I do a lot of guys who caught more passes than Fidone. Just depends on the type of coach. It depends on the program. Depends on what you want. There is no exact science to the NFL draft day. And the same can be said for the NBA, the same thing for Major League Baseball. It just exists. I use the NFL draft weekend to celebrate the accumulation of a lot of victories and lessons for those young people. Those young people have put in, there's 300 young people who have put in just incredible amounts of work in dark corners and in alleys, and finally getting acknowledged and getting an opportunity to play the NFL. An opportunity to play in the NFL, which not everybody gets. And most of the people criticizing these young men don't have their talent and don't have their success. They're just talking. They don't know. They don't know. I was never drafted in the NFL, so I can't tell you anything about it, but I can tell you I'm rooting for everybody to get drafted where they want to go. I hope it's a good Saturday. I hope everybody's safe down here in Lincoln. Interesting to see what the rest of the Saturday looks like in Lincoln. Looking forward to all of your reports and text on Husker games. Let me know what you see. Let me know what we should know, because today is about what we know and what we think we know. We'll find out more about Husker football. At least that is my hope. Don't go anywhere. Austin Orman's up. Husker Conversations on Husker Game Saturday.